Patience Taught by Nature by Elizabeth Barrett Browning, 1806 to 1861. O dreary life, we cry, O dreary life, and still the generations of the birds sing through our sighing, and the flocks and herds serenely live while we are keeping strife with heaven's true purpose in us, as a knife against which we may struggle. Ocean girds unslackened the dry land, savannah-swards unweary sweep, hills watch unworn and rife, meek leaves drop yearly from the forest trees to show above the unwasted stars that pass in their old glory. O thou God of old, grant me some smaller grace that comes to these, but so much patience as a blade of grass grows by, contented through the heat and cold. Okay, this is a poem by Elizabeth Barrett Browning. Let's see, she was born near Durham, in County Durham, and she's the oldest of 12 children of a rich family. Her family had plantations in Jamaica since the mid-17th century, and her family still had sugar plantations at this date, and they were a rich family. She engaged in a correspondence with Robert Browning, and then they wanted to get married. Her father refused to let them get married, so they eloped, they ran away and got married, and she lived in Italy for the rest of her life. So what's this poem about? So, patience taught by nature. So this poem is saying that in life there are many things that are not affected by the worries of men, by the stress of being human. That human life has all sorts of problems that we I think that we dream up. Whereas if you look at nature, if you look at the birds, if you look at the weather, if you look at the sea, if you look at the plants, if you look at the animals, you will see that these animals proceed through life happy, without the problems of human suffering and the dissatisfaction that humans feel because they want more of this, or they want to be more important, or they want that. So, O dreary life, we cry, O dreary life. So this is humans. These are the humans saying life is dreary, life is boring. We're crying out, what a boring life. And this is a very human thing. Oh, I'm so bored. No, I'm never bored because I've always got something to do. But this is a very common human thing. And still the generations of the birds sing through our sighing. So the birds, we're complaining that we're bored. However, the birds are singing. The birds are happy. They go from one generation to the next without any of this human boredom or human suffering. And the flocks and herds serenely live. And the flocks of sheep, the flocks of animals, the herds of animals, they are living happily, relaxed, while we are keeping strife with heaven's true purpose in us. While we, humans, we are struggling, we are fighting, we are in strife with the reason that God put us here. The struggle in life, we are we are fighting the way that we should live properly. We are fighting against God's true purpose for them, to live up to what we are supposed to be doing for God, and we're at strife with God's true purpose. And I think she's saying that the birds and the animals, they are there to exist. They are patient. They live their lives. They take what they have. They accept their position. We are keeping strife with heaven's true purpose as a knife against which we may struggle, and we are fighting against our true purpose or our true nature, like as if we were fighting somebody with a knife. And then she goes on, ocean girds unslackened the dry land. So the oceans go round the land. This is the way that the oceans are. This is the nature of oceans, and we should follow the same. So nothing stops the ocean going round the dry land. Savannah-swards unweary sweep. So a sward is an area of grass. So an area of grass, savanna, it covers a large area, and it just exists. It doesn't. It's not fighting against its purpose. There, it is. It exists. It is there, and it's not in fighting against or worrying about the reasons why God put it there. It's not fighting sin and things like that. It's just happy to be there. Hills watch unworn. So the hills are there, they exist, and we too, so we should exist, we should live our lives existing. And rife, meek leaves drop yearly from the forest trees. And the trees, so the leaves on the trees, the leaves, they are born, they come, they open into the sun, and then in autumn they fall from the trees, and the leaves are not dissatisfied with their lives. They are not, they don't have all of these worries that we humans have. And these leaves, they drop to show above the unwasted stars that pass in their old glory. So as the leaves fall, these make a space for us to look up and to see these stars which have been burning, it seems, forever. They are not wasted. The burning fire or the light of the stars is not wasted. The stars, we can see them in their glory, but they're not, again, worried by human problems. O thou God of old, grant me some smaller grace than comes to these. So please God, help me to give me grace. Let me not complain about my position in life. Let me not complain about the things that have gone wrong. Let me not complain about my future prospects. Give me some of the grace that these different things have. Yeah, that let me not feel suffering and the perceived boredom of life. But so much patience as a blade of grass. So give me the patience of a blade of grass, grows by contented through the heat and cold. Give me the patience of a blade of grass that grows, and it doesn't want, it doesn't need, it is just contented that there is heat, it's contented that there is cold, it's contented about the situation as it is. So she wants to have the patience or the understanding or the acceptance of a blade of grass, and she wants to not to be subject to these wants and needs and perceived things of human life. So, Patience Taught by Nature by Elizabeth Barrett Browning.